Finally, we've got the best on-screen Spider-Man. Thank you so much, Tom Holland.
Okay, man, but
What a guy.
enough fangirling, bro.
Why? What, have you not seen Under My Umbrella? What's happening, Manchos? My name is Harsh.
And I'm Shreyas.
Welcome to the Good, Bad and Filmy. What are we doing today, Bhatia?
We're doing Tom Holland Spider-Man Homecoming.
Homecoming. So finally, this is the first entry of Spider-Man into the big MCU.
Yes.
And I'm so happy that MCU and Marvel got their hands on Spider-Man.
Totally.
And they could agree to this deal
Yes.
of having Spider-Man in their movies.
Yep.
This movie takes place right after Civil War.
Yep.
And he was introduced in Civil War basically.
Correct, yeah.
And this is his big movie. This
Yes.
is his big hurrah, the
Yeah.
first one.
Right.
And yeah, he's being mentored by
Tony Stark. Yeah, lots of different stuff. Yeah, so Tony Stark gives him his suit. So we got some AI gadgetry stuff going on. We have no Uncle Ben.
Oh yeah, we don't. Very
And
surprisingly.
yeah, and nor do we have no Gwen Stacy, no
And we
MJ.
got a very hot Aunt May.
Yeah.
How he was missing that out.
Totally, Marissa Tomei doing her thing. Yeah, so let's just get into the goods, baby.
Absolutely.
Tom Holland, he's got Stanley's approval because when Stanley thought of Spider-Man and has been writing Spider-Man with Steve Ditko for the longest time, he's like, oh, I envisioned, like when I write about Peter Parker, Tom Holland comes to mind. So good stuff, Tom Holland.
Absolutely.
More fangirling coming up. Yeah, and obviously we've got a very different take, and he's doing a thing. He's relatively young,
And
which
he
is
finally seems like a teenager, like he's supposed to
to be nice and young. We've got Michael Keaton.
Vulture.
Yeah, so after Birdman, this kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
And also, like, this is his big break after being a race commentator for Need for Speed.
What was he doing in that movie again?
Yeah. So,
yeah, but again, Vulture as a villain was really good. I think he's really well fleshed out.
Yes.
Him and Peter Parker have a kick-ass scene which we'll dive into later.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, overall as a villain, I think I was really surprised,
Right.
and I really liked him as a villain, man.
totally. And yeah, we also get to see a lot of Peter Parker that we haven't seen in the previous iterations with Tobey Maguire, with Andrew Garfield. We have a new best friend here who's
Oh
Ned.
yeah, Ned. He's kick-ass. I
Yeah, he's
love
really
Ned.
cool. Yeah, he's like the guy with the computer, right?
Yeah.
The guy with the screen.
Guy behind the screen.
Guy behind the screen, yeah. So we got some really cool stuff going on here.
Absolutely.
And like the whole movie, it's never boring. Yes, they're doing a lot of different things, but you're never like, why is this scene
The
here?
movie never stutters. The
Yeah.
movie does a really good job of establishing the relationship between Tony Stark
Yes.
and Peter Parker as well.
Yes.
Which again develops, and leads into what happens in Infinity War and
Totally,
Endgame.
totally.
So it started here. Like
Yeah.
we got a taste of it here.
Correct.
Properly.
Correct. Yeah, coming back from Civil War, yeah, this is like nicely fleshed out as his first movie. And I really like the fact that they didn't do the origin, they didn't do the spider bite.
Actually, like we've already had that twice.
Twice.
They didn't waste our time at all of that. We just get into him being Spidey and trying to save the friendly neighborhood. Already.
Yes.
And one more thing, man. Like for the director John Watts,
Yeah.
this is his first big feature movie.
Yeah, I had no idea
He's
about
done
it.
some really nice indie movies. I've seen Cop Car. I really
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
But he's only done indie movies before this. So
Right.
this is like his first feature film, and I think he nails it, man.
Totally. And yeah, looking forward to what he does with Far From Home, man.
Absolutely, I'm really looking forward to that movie.
But we got some bads as well,
He's got
right?
some bad, yeah.
Yeah.
First and foremost, the movie has a secondary villain, which is Shocker.
Right.
There are two Shockers,
There are two
technically.
Shockers.
There are two Shockers.
Yeah.
They're completely wasted. They're basically henchmen.
Yeah.
Just mindless thugs who are doing
Yeah.
whatever.
Both Shockers were shocking.
He tells them, right? Basically, both of them.
Yeah.
And it's I from the comics, I really like Shocker.
Yeah.
And I was hoping he'd have maybe a major impact or
Correct,
something of
correct,
that sort, or
right.
at least put up a fight.
Yes.
He goes out like a. Yeah. So yeah, that happens.
Right.
Apart from that, the romance between him and Liz, which
was-
is the girl who he's chasing throughout the
Right.
movie.
Like he knows nothing about her. It's very crushy,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's just.
It's puppy love basically, where he's just into her, but he knows nothing about her.
Yeah, he's obsessed about her, the
Yeah.
idea of her, but he doesn't know her at all.
And that relation, even when they are going for prom together and all
Yeah.
that, it's not really you're not really buying into
Yeah,
it.
it's
So
kind
that
of
emotional
awkward.
attachment that you're supposed to have to that
Right.
relationship
Right.
is missing.
Right.
But obviously, this movie is trying to establish a new Peter Parker and
Yes.
the world around him, so I
Right.
can understand why some of the things are a little lacking.
Right.
But all in all, yeah, I think it should have come out a little better.
Correct. And considering, I mean, yeah, we like the fact that there's no Uncle Ben, there's no origin and stuff, but Uncle Ben is, I think, such a like major character in his development, and he's almost like, yes, he's a father figure, and you know, he's not the smartest guy and stuff, but like he has these conversations with him, and that sort of builds so much into what Peter Parker is, and you know how he becomes Spider-Man.
His line, the great responsibility, great
Exactly.
power, man.
Exactly. So yeah, so the fact that there was no Uncle Ben reference at all, I mean, I hope there could be something later, which is what you were telling me about.
I was thinking, this is just me, you know.
Yeah, just thinking out loud.
Geeking out on this, but maybe she's Aunt May, she's not met Uncle Ben yet.
Maybe.
She's young, right?
Yeah.
In these
Which is why everyone's flirting with her.
Everybody's flirting with her.
Iron Man.
Everybody,
happy.
Iron Man, happy, everybody. Even the guys in the restaurant. Everybody's flirting with her. So maybe Uncle Ben is yet to happen to her.
Okay.
So yeah, maybe that's that. But apart from that, again, one thing that really... I wouldn't say it put me off, but it kind of annoyed me initially. Then I maybe like got into it. The AI that Spider-Man has.
True.
Because he's supposed to be a regular guy that everybody can relate to. Right?
Correct.
He's got his first world problems.
Yes.
You know, he's a teenager with problems.
Correct.
But when you give him a kick-ass AI suit, which is literally like embodiment of like it's Iron Man suit but Spider-Man.
Yeah, Iron Spider. Yeah.
So yeah, he gets that, and I think it kind of takes away from him being the man, the human element.
Right.
But again, once the movie starts running, you kind of get attached to the.
True. Yeah, because like he's a science whiz kid himself, not just. But then I think this movie is totally like handicapped itself, and like Tony Stark just brought in the goods, and like he's doing his thing. Because his previous hoodie suit, he has the goggles, which is like just darkens everything so that he can concentrate on the right stuff, and he has his web shooters. Apart from that, there's nothing else.
Yeah, it takes away from his scientific mind.
Correct.
As well.
And how he like sort of various iterations of the suit and like how he gets bigger and better. So that kind of took away. And yes, the Iron Spider is like a big thing in the comics.
Yeah.
But here, like from this suit, he just graduates to the Iron Spider eventually, and then like we'll see more cool stuff in Far From Home. But yeah, I think we missed a lot of stuff in the suit stuff. There.
Let's get into the details, man.
Yes, please. This movie encapsulates so much, bit by bit. We've got a lot of throwbacks from, the first original Spider-Man 1 and 2 from Sam Raimi. We've got the upside down hanging kiss which goes, off. We've got the ferry rescue, which is really cool.
But it looks very similar to the metro scene as well.
Exactly.
Pulling.
Exactly. But and again, he ruins it almost, and he asks Iron Man to save him.
He's a kid.
He's a kid, yeah. Exactly. So there's some really cool stuff that's going on there, thrown in these bits and pieces here and there. I really like that they threw in a Miles Morales Easter egg there. Yeah, we see his uncle Aaron Davis.
Who is
the Prowler, baby. Yeah. So we've got this really cool stuff. So that's just an ode to like how they've shot the entire movie. Like we said, it's not boring at all. The writing's really done well. Direction, I had no idea about this guy, so I'm super impressed.
Like I already said about John Watts, I've seen a couple of his movies, and he's an indie director more like per se. So for him to get a big feature film like this
and not mess it up.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a single scene out of place.
Exactly. I really like the way some of the scenes were framed with Spider-Man. You can have some wide
pan frames.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the way the movie was shot and the way the movie was directed,
it's pretty cool.
All of it, I think he did a really, really good job.
100%, I agree, man. And there's some really iconic scenes. I mean, we've even got a top 5, Spider-Man scenes, and you can catch that. But that one scene when they're heading to prom, man.
It's so intense. I was literally like holding on to my seat when that scene was going on, when Vulture's kind of like reducing who this guy is.
Yeah, figuring it out.
Yeah.
And just the light play, man, like from the reddish, purplish Chitauri sort of this thing to like it just goes green and
as soon as he figures it out,
light
reflecting on his face.
Yeah.
Really, really well done shot.
Right.
Again,
yeah, and like the whole movie, we have Peter Parker like sort of aching to be an Avenger, like coming from his experience with Civil War, and like Tony Stark's like, stay on the ground, dude, stay on the ground, take it easy, the FBI will handle this, or Happy will handle this, and he's having a really tough time, and eventually he has to like the penultimate scene where, he has a suit confiscated from him, and towards the end, when he's offered the Iron Spider suit, he says, no, I want to stay to the,
I want to be the friendly neighborhood
Spider-Man, yeah.
And that shows really good progression for the character as well.
Correct.
So that arc is really, it's fun. You see him mature throughout this movie, and that leads into Infinity War and Endgame, where he's kind of matured as a guy.
Correct.
Correct.
So overall, this was a lot of fun. Thank you, Tom Holland. Thank you, John Watts. And
I'm really, really looking forward to Far From Home, because especially now that we think about it, we've got Mysterio in this movie.
Jake
we already had Vulture.
Yes.
We've got the Scorpion in prison with Vulture. Are they really
Sinister Six?
I really hope so. I would love to see how MCU does Sinister Six.
Yes.
That would be kick ass. So I'm hoping Spider-Man 3 should be
Right. And apparently, Jake Gyllenhaal was auditioning for Tobey Maguire's role in Spider-Man 2 because they had some differences differences. So yeah, so this is Jake Gyllenhaal finally crossing it out that I'm in a Spider-Man movie, but as Mysterio.
Yeah.
This is going to be a lot of fun, man.
Mysterio, I really love him as a villain, man.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I really want to see what they do here.
Correct.
So yeah, that was our review. That wraps it up, I guess.
Let's rate this, baby.
Absolutely, get into it, man.
Cool. I'm gonna say it's not a blockbuster movie. This is gonna be a solid 2 thumbs up because it's still a lot of different things going on, and I think over Infinity and Endgame and now Far From Home, we'll still get used to a lot of new stuff going on. So this is gonna be a definite 2 thumbs up for me.
Absolutely, I couldn't agree with you more. This is for the first big feature movie in the MCU. This I think does a really good job.
Yeah.
Definitely 2 thumbs up from my side as well. I think from where they go from here could be bigger and better maybe.
Yes.
And I really hope they nail it with Far From Home.
Correct.
So that wraps up our review of Spider-Man Homecoming.
Finally.
Yeah.
Far From Home next.
I can't wait to get to the theater, man. And watch it. So yeah, we've got a lot of content coming your way. The Spidey-Mania is on. It's real. Watch our videos, watch our reviews. We're putting out a couple of more fanboy Spider-Man stuff. Watch that as well. And yeah, be back for more. Like, share, subscribe.
Yeah, good bet for me, baby.
Yeah, see you soon.
So we've got only one more to go now, Spider-Verse, but yeah, we're almost coming to the close of Spider-Mania. Please subscribe right here for some more stuff. And the scene that we broke down, we actually did a top 5 favorite scenes for Spider-Man.
Yep.
That's right down here. Right. And check out rest of Spider-Mania stuff right there, baby.
My playlist is here. Click on it, like it, share, subscribe as usual. And yeah, be back for more. Right?
Awesome. See you guys.
See you, Munchers.